Hey everyone, Greg Alfrink here, and today I'm going to discuss what is Empire Flippers. If you're on this channel, you probably already know, but hey, there's some search volume on the Empire Flippers term, so I want to make sure I rank for it as much as possible. So let's describe what Empire Flippers is. I'm going to describe in this video today what we are, who we are, how did we get to where we are today, and how you can learn how to sell your very first business or buy your very first profitable digital asset. So let's dive into the story of us today, and you'll get a better understanding of our process overall. Let's dive in. Okay, so the very first thing to get out of the way is, what do we do? What does Empire Flippers actually do? We are business brokers, specifically for online businesses. Now, if you don't know what a business broker is, basically, it's very similar to when you go buy a house, say a real estate property to either live in or to rent out or any of that good stuff. You will probably be using what is called a realtor, a real estate agent. They help you facilitate the transaction. Now, you don't necessarily need to use a real estate agent to buy a house, obviously. Plenty of people do it without. And just like people buy houses without real estate agents, people buy online businesses without brokers. But there are a lot of advantages to using a broker, which is something I will actually break down in another video. But for now, just realize that brokers, when used correctly, can be extreme advantages for you when it comes to actually building your wealth, whether you're on the sell side or the buy side. So keep that in mind. So before we dive deeper into the process, I want to first ask you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe bell, smash it, unsubscribe, resubscribe, do it over and over again. So I know that you like me making these videos. It helps my ego and also helps my analytics. So please help me out there. So our actual process of what it looks like when someone goes to buy or sell a business with us, the full-on process, which again, I'll go into deeper into another video when we're talking about valuations. So definitely subscribe if you want to see that video. But it starts off with our vetting process. Our vetting process is where the seller submits their business for sale. They're ready to make that lucrative exit. We make sure it's a legitimate business, and then we publish it onto our marketplace once we realize it is a legitimate business, and we do all the marketing. We get thousands of buyers, investors looking at our marketplace every single week to go and buy these digital assets. In addition, just like the realtor, when you're buying a house, we help you negotiate that deal, whether you're the seller or the buyer. Now, our fiduciary responsibility is towards the sellers, which can turn buyers off because they think, well, they're just going to try to sell me at the highest price. Well, that is somewhat true. We do want to sell the business for the highest possible price. At the end of the day, we believe in what I like to call win-win-win scenario. So that's where the seller wins because the seller got the money that they wanted. And oftentimes this is a very life-changing amount of money. We've made several millionaires now off of our marketplace. But not only does the seller win, the buyer wins too. And the buyer wins because they paid a fair price for an amazing opportunity to go and make more money. They got a profitable digital asset. So they win too. And because both sides win, Empire Flippers as the broker ultimately wins as well, because we get paid on it. And now we have a good experience in that seller. So when they go build that other business, they come and sell with us again. And that buyer is happy with the asset that they got. So when they're ready to buy something again, they come back to us. And that is the basics of what we actually do as a broker. Now that I've talked a little bit about what we are and who we are, let's go into a little bit about how you, my dear watcher or listener, how you can make a serious amount of money when you leverage a marketplace like us. So there's two types of people that can make a lot of money with us, and that is a seller or a buyer. So let's first dive into sellers. How can you make money when you leverage the marketplace? Well, the most obvious thing of how you can leverage us to make potentially a life-changing exit is simply by submitting your business for sale with us. We will help you get that valuation. We know how market valuations work when it comes to online businesses. We're dealing with it every single day. It's not an emotional process for us. It is a very clinical, objective looking process for us. So you will get to bypass a lot of the common pitfalls and traps that a lot of sellers get into. And because we have the largest database of buyers and investors in the world, as the #1 largest curated marketplace in the world, you're more likely to sell your business quicker with us and for more money than if you went to go sell as a private deal. And that's even when you take in our commission. We actually ran a report on that a while ago, and that turned out to be true. It's not just something that we were saying from our survey of private buyers, or sorry, private sellers. So that's one thing we can help you with. The other thing we can help you with, even if you do not sell with us, is when you do an exit planning call with us, or actually submit your business for vetting, we will help you build a P&L, or a profit and loss statement. Now, this is the most key document in your entire business, and it is a document most entrepreneurs don't know how to make very well. And that's understandable. Most entrepreneurs that I have met, especially in the online business space, they tend to be a very creative, big vision, big picture, not so much in the weeds, in the details, like what a P&L really requires you to do. So a lot of people, they use the wrong sort of accounting, which can seriously hurt their business valuation, or even worse, they don't realize how much money they're actually making. And when we make that profit and loss statement for them, they're like, oh, I am making less money than I actually thought I was. Let me come back to your marketplace after I fix a few things. And they'll come back in a few months, and now they have a much, much more efficient, streamlined business that is way less stressful, because now they actually know what the truth is about their numbers. So that is a free service we do to anyone that submits in vetting, and is especially helpful for e-commerce, where accounting can get a little wonky at times and be a little bit more confusing than some of the other business models. So that's another thing. One of the other huge advantages of using us as a seller to help you make real wealth in your life is you get to leverage us. Now, consider this. If you are an affiliate site owner and you are pumping out, say, 10 to 50 new articles every single month, are you writing those articles? Probably not. You probably have an agency of some sort that is helping you, maybe even have a link building agency. You have other members on your team handling different tasks for you. And that's exactly what we do. We handle the task of actually selling your business as an asset for you, so you can focus on what you're good at, which is running and building more businesses. So we take a lot of that pressure off from you. You don't have to go build a database of buyers. You don't have to go navigate what is often a confusing morass of labyrinthine passageways to sell your business or anything like that. We help you navigate from A to Z, and you get to leverage us for free, because you technically only pay us when we actually sell your business. Now, you're a first-time seller or a second-time seller with us, there is a small listing fee, but we don't really make much money off that. It's just really to filter out people who are serious or not. So we really make our money when we actually sell your business. So up till the point of sell, everything you use us for was absolutely free to you. You only pay us when we're successful. And that is huge. You get to leverage us. Now, if you went to a content agency or most marketing agencies, or really any kind of service vendor, and you pay them based off of performance, they're probably not going to like that, or they're going to charge a wicked amount to make sure they get paid, right? For us, it is totally free for you as the seller, so you just keep getting to run your own business. In addition to that, you get to leverage us after the sell in terms of our advice on how to migrate the business over. We're the only broker in the world that has a fully formed, developed migrations team that handles it all for you, that helps you transfer that asset over to the buyer who just gave you all that money. In addition to that, I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs make huge exits, so we can help you figure out what's next in your journey. Maybe the thing that you need to do next is start that next new project right away, or maybe, hey, take a day off and go enjoy your riches that we helped you got, right? It's really up to you, but we can help you there because we don't really believe our job is done after we sell the business. We are actually there for you throughout your entire length of your entrepreneurial career. If you want us to be there, we're happy to give you advice as much as possible. You just always reach out to one of us, and we're usually there to help. So let's go into buyers. How can you make a lot of money with our marketplace, leveraging us as an actual buyer of profitable digital assets? All right, as a digital asset investor, you're kind of in a different position than the seller. For you, one of the most important things perhaps is figuring out how to go find actual real deals. Deals that are not smoke and mirrors, but actually legitimate income opportunities. This can be extremely hard if you're just starting off, if you don't know what to look for. Now, as you get more and more experience, it becomes easier and easier for you, but even when you have a lot of experience of buying, creating your own private deal flow can be extremely difficult and time consuming and expensive. So those are just a few of the things you can use with us. So whenever we list a new business on our marketplace, you can be safely assured that we have looked at their income statements, we have helped build their profit and loss statement, we've tried to the best of our ability, review all of their analytics. So what you see on our actual marketplace listings is what you actually get when you go and buy that business. So that can cut down a severe amount of time. What would normally take someone like sometimes weeks to put together, you could simply sign up for a free Empire Flippers account today using our features and accomplish the same amount of work in terms of due diligence and filtering down a list of targets that you want to acquire, sometimes within minutes. I mean, if you haven't gotten a free account yet on our Empire Flippers marketplace, definitely sign up. I'll put the link in the description because that can be a huge time saver for you when it comes to actually finding deals. It's also really helpful to know that they're all vetted, so you're looking at actual legitimate income opportunities. Helps you speed up your due diligence so dramatically, and that doesn't even include all the benefits and features you get in terms of due diligence to filter down and acquire a target list of acquisitions when you get a free account. So those are all just awesome stuff you get to leverage. In addition to all of that, you get to leverage all of our knowledge, right? So just like the seller gets to leverage us in terms of helping them sell their business, you get to leverage us in terms of helping you buy a business. We can help negotiate on your behalf because remember, we believe in win-win-wins. We want everyone to walk away from that negotiation table feeling like, I got a great deal, I am extremely happy with this, and hopefully that deal is a life-changing deal in a positive way for most people. That is always our goal. So you can come to us, tell us what you're looking for, your expectations, and we can help steer you in the right direction. Now, if you are a new buyer, someone who is brand new to the digital asset space, this is especially useful for you because most often when you're brand new, you don't quite know the lay of the land just yet. So we can help you develop what is called a buying criteria. A buying criteria is simply give us a call, usually lasts between 20 minutes to maybe an hour, and we go through where you are right now. And that it means what are your personal goals? What are your business goals? Where are you in terms of your budget? What are your capital limitations? And also what are your current skill sets or the skill sets you are currently improving upon? And based off all of that and a few other details that we'll talk through you, we can find something that is a comfortable match for you and for where you are and where you want to go. So that is something you also get to leverage with us as a marketplace. And again, once you start getting experience, you can always come back to us and leverage all of that private deal flow. And when you go and buy a business and you make it go bigger than the seller did, you can come back to us and actually sell that business for a large profit. This is actually quite common on our marketplace. A lot of buyers do this. We call them flipper Freds as our customer persona. And yeah, I've seen the same business sold on our marketplace over the last few years 4 different times. 2 of the times higher for what it's sold for, but never actually less than what it's sold for. So that is pretty awesome. And that is something a lot of people do. Sometimes a buyer's entire business model is just buying up these fixer-uppers similar to a real estate flip and fixing it up, coming back to us 6 to 8 months later and selling it for sometimes double the price than what they bought it for. It's a true story. Not everyone gets there, but it is a reality for a lot of our buyers. So those are just some ways buyers and sellers can leverage what we do. All right, so let's wrap up this video on what we are. I just told you, the big overview of who we are and what we do, but I've also given you some ideas of how you as a buyer or a seller can leverage us as part of a core part of your wealth building team. So we have grown a lot over the years. We are now the #1 largest curated marketplace in the world. So what that means for you as a seller is that we can usually sell your business faster than almost anyone else. And we tend to have the largest database of buyers, with new buyers sometimes in the hundreds coming in every single week. In fact, every single week for the last few months, we've had close to 1,000 new people signing up for an Empire Flippers account. And the majority of those, from what we've been able to see, have buyer interest. So in terms of that, as a seller, you're in a great position where we can help you make a lucrative, potentially life-changing exit as the smoothest, least friction possible kind of sell. Now, don't get me wrong, whenever you sell a business, there's always going to be a bit of friction. It is a bit of a more emotional, complex transaction versus just going to buy a coffee, right? There's a lot more moving parts there, but we help you figure out how to do all that stuff and make sure you walk away with a lucrative exit. Now, on the buy side, the same thing applies because we have the most deal flow in the entire industry, which we get between 20 to sometimes 40 new businesses. And sometimes these businesses, they can range from anywhere from 20 grand to multiple millions of dollars. We just listed recently a $10 million deal, for instance. And because we get so many of those, that also means we have the most deal flow for you, which means you don't have to work so hard to go find that private deal flow. Instead, you can really focus and hone in on your due diligence system, something that we can help you build. So that is something that's really, really powerful and can help you acquire deals faster. So you get to the real fun part which happens after you acquire the deal, which is running the business and really seeing that profit scale up with your skill sets, which is a pretty awesome and meaningful building block when it comes to your long-term wealth. So those are some of the things we can do for you. And, just like a pat on our back, we won the Inc. 5000 for the fastest growing company in America 4 times in a row. We've also been one of the most awards ever won in one setting, I think, at the International Business Brokers Association, which is an international governing body of other brokers. So we definitely have seen a lot of different things, whether you're looking for content sites, SaaS, e-commerce, really any kind of online business, we can probably help you out. So let's go for whether you're a seller or a buyer. So now we're at the end of the video. Let's dive quickly into some of the bonuses I mentioned at the top of the video. Let's get into it. All right, so for your bonuses, what I mentioned at the top, if you are a seller, we are going to offer you a free exit planning call. All you have to do is click the link, the bright link in the description below to schedule yourself an exit planning call. These calls usually last between 20 minutes to an hour, and it really depends on the size of your business. So when you schedule it, you should probably fill out our valuation tool so our business analysts know kind of the ballpark of what they're working with when they talk to you. I'll also put the link to that below. But that exit planning call can be extremely helpful. And if you're not ready to sell yet, that can be the building blocks of your actual exit plan. Whether you use us or not is 100% free. We just want to offer it because we want to help you out. In terms of buyers, if you're looking to get involved at actually acquiring digital assets, something that we can do for you is a free criteria call. So remember earlier, I was talking about if you're brand new to digital assets, a lot of times you don't know what is a good criteria for you. We can help you decide what that looks like. We'll interview you, ask you where you're coming from, what do you want out of it, both personally and professionally, and we can really help you set your targets so you're on the right track when it comes to looking at a list of potential digital assets that you want to target to acquire. Now, if you don't really want to talk to anyone, there is something else we can do. You can go ahead and just sign up for a free Empire Flippers account. When you sign up for a free Empire Flippers account, you're going to be able to access all sorts of features that you don't get available when you're just looking at our public marketplace. And you'll be able to look at all of our different educational resources within the actual platform itself, so which can be extremely helpful if you're just starting out and you just want to take a quick look. So there you have it. There's the bonuses. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a comment below. Tell me about what you want to do. What is your favorite kind of digital asset that you're looking at? And are you looking at becoming a buyer or a seller? Why do you want to be a buyer, or why do you want to be a seller? Go ahead and tell me in the comments down below. And remember, if you like this video, smash that subscribe button for Greg's ego. Talk to you guys later. Bye.